Impact IT. So, starting off, I have introduced you to these gentlemen. We would like to get to know you from your perspective and about your business as well. Starting off with you, Udita.
I'm Udita Pereira, and I'm the GMM, which is the globally managed markets, which encompasses 6 AIA markets, and I'm the digital platform lead. So, as all of you know, AIA is a multinational, and at the same time, it's one of the largest life insurance providers in the world. We had a program called the Falcon Express. The idea with Falcon Express was by end of 2023 that AIA became the world's most premium digital insurer. So with that, digital platforms and when it comes to Power Apps was a key strategic point for AIA Sri Lanka.
Thank you.
I'm Priyankar Parra, representing Dilmah Tea, right? So I hope you know the brand. We are one of the largest value-added tea exporter in Sri Lanka and exporting tea almost about 105 countries across the world. We have a two front of technology. One is in our machineries that we use to produce this fantastic product. And at the same time, the technology at the IT forefront, how we can enable users to do more with less. So we can talk more on this particular thing, and we are heavily using Microsoft, and I'm happy to say that we are really using, and we are almost on Microsoft Azure Cloud, so we don't have anything on premise, and we are using O365, Power Apps, SharePoint, and you name it, everything in premise. And this product is coming from Dilmah. Basically, we have various products under the brand of Dilmah. So Microsoft is helping us to do a great job.
Thank you.
I am Pragit Patirana, working as a Chief Information Officer, Briska Outsourcing Services. We are one of the leading outsourcing company doing accounting and taxes in Australia and New Zealand. We are a ISO 27001 certified company.
Prabhat, would you
Yeah,
do the
thank you.
honors?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Prabhat Manapperuma, working as a technology strategist for Microsoft Southeast Asia New Markets. We have been in this market for more than 14, 15 years, empowering each and every individual in country to achieve more. Organizations, students, universities to industry organizations. And Impact IT team, Crayon and everyone, thanks so much for putting this together and having us here.
How do you associate? What do you associate? Like which business strategies and which technologies do you associate with Impact IT in your experience, that is?
We've had a really great relationship with Shamira and Impact IT the last couple of years. When COVID started and the AIA group really went for it when it came to digital transformation, there were two key things that the AIA group was concentrating on under the pillar of technology. One was in terms of EOL, which was end of life, and the other was in terms of cloud adoption. So towards the latter part of 2020, we did an assessment and we found out that we would have about 20 to 25% of our applications reaching EOL by end of 2023. And when it comes to cloud adoption, we were somewhere around 70%, 75%. But the problem with both of those KPIs that I just mentioned was that from a group perspective, we had to reach 0% EOL by 2023 and 100% cloud adoption by 2023. So as you can imagine, that's a significant investment, and it was supposed to be something which was going to take us a whole lot of time and a whole lot of money. Started looking at different aspects of how we could reach our goals of achieving 0% EOL and 100% cloud adoption. Started looking at our journey when it came to Power Apps and Power Automation. So with that, we were able to modernize, re-architect, and move to cloud a lot of our EOL applications, and also make sure that we are able to reach our 100% goal of cloud adoption. Support of Impact IT and Shamira. Right now, we are at 1% EOL, so we are quite on target to achieve our 0% by next year, and at 96% cloud adoption. Again, kudos to Shamira and the Impact IT team, and of course with the support of Microsoft and Power Apps and Power Automate, which has enabled us to make sure that we reach this goal in a very short period of time and at the lowest reduced cost as possible. Every single application that we implement or develop, it is a group standard and a requirement that we do a penetration testing. And we can only use 2 testing parties to do our penetration testing. So regularly it would cost us about 1 to 2 million just to do those penetration testing per application. But for any application that we use developed by Microsoft or using Power Apps, Power Automate, we have no requirement to do these testings anymore. So we are saving a significant amount of money because of that. Thank you for Microsoft for that as well. Another key significant aspect that has really benefited us has been the Power BI embedded application. We have about 4,000 odd agents, and last year we wanted to make sure that we kickstarted the data visualization journey for our agents as well. But one of the key barriers that we had was when we are looking at 4,000 odd agents, how are we going to afford 4,000 odd licenses? Because that was going to be a significant investment month on month. So that's when we came up with the solution with the help of Impact IT of Power BI Embedded. And right now, a couple of months after we have launched it, I'm happy to say that this Power BI Embedded application, which we have launched for our 4,000 odd agents, have become one of the topmost viewed dashboards, Power BI dashboards in the entire AIA group. Those are the 2 key aspects where we have really benefited from Impact IT as well as Microsoft.
Thank you. Same question. Yes.
They have completed one project, and it's a project portal that we are about to use in Dilmah. We started another journey with them, and I would say one thing that they know what they're talking. So that's the best thing, right? So they have the skill set and the team around Shamira to deliver what you guys really looking at. We do at Dilmah is in terms of technology, we are heavily using technology because our business, it's about running technology at its best, right? So to get to the point that we are looking at. So one thing we see, we started with O365 initially, I think some time ago, 5 years ago. So then we thought of that maximizing that investment, because when you sign up with O365, you started using only email and the suite of application that it's produced. So why not other? So we just want to maximize the investment that, right? So because of that, we started using Power Apps, SharePoint, and Power Automate and Power BI right now. It's a suite of application which is connecting each other very seamlessly, and that ecosystem they have built, you can do whatever you want in your organization. That is one of the best that I have seen. So because I'm exposed to multi-cloud environment, so I have experience using multi-clouds. So I know that this is one of the environment that Microsoft has given us, which is seamlessly integrated each other, right? So in our organization, we use Power Apps, just started using, and we started using Power BI. So our data warehouse is also on Azure Cloud, and at the same time, entire list of applications that we have is runs on from Microsoft Azure. And if you think about what we do right now, 80% is coming from their cloud. Though you have ERPs and CRMs, you will see gaps in your enterprise. So to connect those dots, this is a fantastic tool, right? So get used. It's matter of using this tool and get to know the product. It has so much of capabilities. It is tightly integrated with AI and ML. So without AI and ML today, there's no life, right? You all know that. So I think this is fantastic product. We have a fantastic system integrator in Sri Lanka, in fact, Impact IT. So you can use them to get this rolling. So there's no question about, we are using almost every aspect of the O365 or the right now M365, right? Okay. So that is what it is. So if you are using O365, get maximum out of your investment. There are so many elements that you are not using right now.
Thank you. If I ask you the same question,
We are also using Microsoft 365 since last 4 years. Current scenario, we are working with our existing customer base in Australia, and we identify some other requirement which are very closer to the accounting and taxes, especially reporting, data analytics, data visualization, and the accounting functions automation. We did a deep research on what are the data analysis tools and the automation tools available in the market. Finally, we decided to proceed with the Microsoft Power BI. Microsoft Power BI having that own Microsoft Power Platform comprised of the Power App, Power BI, and Power Automate, and the Power newly introduced one, the Power Pages, I think. So then actually we look for a best fit for our requirement in the market, and actually finally we decided to engage with the Impact IT. We have completed few projects with Impact IT. So they already completed Power BI project with the Azure and the Power Pages platforms. Actually, it's one of our franchisee service industry in Australia, and we also required another internal applications. They are also developing that application as well, and we are rightly discussing on another client requirement also with Impact IP. Actually, they delivered the solution on time what they promised.
thank you. Prabhat, there's a slightly different question that I would like to ask you. What are the other services that Microsoft can offer that the panelists did not explain about in their brief?
Microsoft Power Platform is a platform, right? It's not a product. It has vast area, vast number of products starting from Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, Power Pages, as you mentioned, and multiple other products are on the way also. Power Platform is also one of key platforms which enables us to achieve our goal of enabling each and every individual on the planet to achieve more. It's not just for developers. I think even Shamira highlighted during his presentation, Power Platform is not only for developers. It's for IT professionals and citizen developers, most importantly. Citizen developers, maybe some of you, if you haven't heard about it, we call non-IT professionals or people who are not coming from development or IT background as citizen developers. So Power Platform really enables them also. If you are a Power addict or a person who is into Power Platform, you might have seen Samit Saini's story. He was part of Heathrow Airport, and he was just a security, like a normal staff, member of normal staff. And finally, he ended up becoming part of their IT organization. So he used Microsoft Power Platform to automate one of the key processes in Heathrow Airport, as we all know, is one of busiest airports in the world. Likewise, we have so many stories where Microsoft Power Platform has enabled, especially those citizen developers. Because when we enabled non-IT people also with this technology and the platform, they can get themselves automate these processes, right? If you look at Power Apps, I think Shamira and the team was showing nice set of demos. So you can simply drag and drop like an interface and drag and drop those elements, buttons to different controls and create your application. With existing Excel sheet or SharePoint online list, you can create application within like CRUD, insert, delete, update application within minutes. I think that's the beauty of the platform. And then we have Power Automate. We have both digital process automation and robotic process automation features. Also, if you are familiar with, I'm not going to mention any competitive names, but very famous RPA platforms out there, I can confidently say all these functionalities are now available on Power Automate. One of our valued customer mentioned about artificial intelligence, the we have something called AI Builder, a service which infuses artificial intelligence functionalities also into the Power Automate and Power Apps, right? If you don't have anyone with data science background, you can use Power Automate or AI Builder service to infuse those functionalities. You can use one of these existing trained models, or you can create your own model and train it and use it without having zero data science skill sets and knowledge.
Thank you. So now, Udita, let's talk about how your company has benefited from the services offered by Impact IT.
That's quite an interesting question. 3 pillars. The first being the turnaround time. Something that we have significantly seen from Shamira and Impact IT is that the turnaround time is really fast. So whatever we want, whenever we want it at a very short pace, at a very short time, we have always reached out to Impact IT, and they have always delivered. So the second, I would say, would be cost. As I explained earlier also, one of the key aspects of Shamira's offerings, of Impact IT's offerings with Microsoft, the cost element has been phenomenal, because what we have to invest as GOE or OPEX is significantly reduced when we are comparing it to any other sort of development or any other sort of implementation. So that has been a really significant improvement for AIA. And the third is a very interesting one. It's in terms of adoption. Something that we have significantly seen from Impact IT, the systems developed by Impact IT as with connection with Microsoft, that the adoption has been really fast as well. It's just phenomenal to see that users just love to use these systems, because I'm sure all the IT professionals know that the user interest is only up to the point where the system is developed, right? After development, we have to hunt them down to make sure that they use the system. That is a significant problem that all of our IT professionals have, right? These systems, with the flavor of Microsoft, something that we have always seen, and we actually did a case study internally as well. Users prefer using these over a majority of other more complicated systems. So that has again been a significant improvement and a benefit for AIA.
Thank you. I would like to ask you the same question.
We like to work with them because I hate rigid companies to work with, because this is an ongoing journey, right? You need to understand there are changes, so how you're going to react to the changes is key. So in that sense, Impact IT is one of the leading partner that we are working with, and at the same time adding value to our team. So that's important, right? So my team also here. Basically, we are looking for a partner who can add value to us, not otherwise, right? So in that sense, they know. That's why I said they know what they're talking. They know how to get things rolling, understanding customer need, understanding customer requirement clearly, right? So they basically come up with the prototype and everything. I mean, solution before the cost. So that's the most important thing. We always looking at partners through principle, right? I usually don't directly deal with the partners. I talk to the principal, which is Microsoft in this case, and I asked top 3 for this particular. So this company came, I think, between top 3. So, and there's no doubt. So Microsoft is recommending. So there's no doubt for us to work. So I mean, in that sense, as I said, that we have almost completed one good solid app. It's about to use it, and we are right now working on user trainings, and also we started another app. So and almost what we are doing right now is just automating our manual or email based or Excel based processes, I would say, right? So using low code, no code platform like Power Apps, right? So it has almost every capability that you're looking at because it's powered by Microsoft and it has Power BI integrated to it, Power Automate integrated to it, and it's coming from one of the best companies. If you have a pillar of automation in your strategy, I think this is one of the best strategy that you can use, right? So in our roadmap, automation is one key pillar that we believe in, right? So it can be a process automation, it can be workflow, it can be anything, but we have a dedicated head for that to run that pillar.
Thank you. So, solution before cost, you said. So, that's what sets Impact IT apart, or that's what differentiates them. So, if we go to the same question with you, Pradeep.
Yes. Since actually we are engaging with the accounting functions and services, right now actually we are able to deliver our services into solutions, automation solution for our customer, and actually eliminating the conflict between their management and employees as well. So those are the things actually we are right now getting from the Impact IT side. So we wish for the Impact IT with the Microsoft for their every endeavors. Thank you.
Again, a different question to you. What are the other benefits that our audience can gain by applying or using Microsoft? And case studies and experiences that you'd like to share would be appreciated.
Yeah, I think, as I said, really, it's really great to hear from these three gentlemen, from three of our valued customers. I think, as a principal, as a company, we can tell anything, we can come and tell anything, but it's really great to hear from our valued customers who have been using the services and how those services have impacted them. I think like we discuss about the platform and security governance and its functionalities and everything, but I would like to take a different approach to this question. It's all about our partners, because like during this discussion also one thing was highlighted, the value our valued partners are also bringing to our valued customers table, because without them we as Microsoft can't do anything, I would say, in our part of the world, because we always work through a partner. We are a partner first company in this part of the world and in majority of our countries. So we are keep investing with our partners in terms of skilling, training, certification, and supporting them with deployments, opportunities and all. So as a principal, we are committed towards their success, because their success, our success is equal, right? So that's one other thing I would like to point out here. We are always engaging with these valued partners like Impact IT, Crayon, Tribe, to make sure our valued customers are getting the best of the best experience on our platform. Thank you.
Thank you. And with that, we come to the end of the panel discussion. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for your enlightening